Hello, hello. I think we're live. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome. This is kind of a test. I am both live on YouTube and on Substack, and I have cameras in two different places. So I'm going to have to figure this out. But I figured I would give it a try. Welcome to today's Focus Sprints, which is our cozy productivity and creativity space. If you don't know me, I'm Laya. I am going to move this camera because I think it's going to make more sense if both cameras are in the same, on the same side. So it's going to take me a moment to work this out because I'm using two different devices because my computer can't handle me doing more than one thing. So I think this is going to work. We'll see. Anyways, welcome. How are you? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. It's good to see you all, whether you are here live or you are here watching the replay. So yeah, today we're going to do some sprints. I kind of jumped on here at a random time because I wasn't really planning on doing sprints today. And then I found myself wanting to because I am finishing up the last draft of my novel. And it's really nice to do it in company. So, anyways, if you're here live, please check in. Let me know how you're feeling. Let me know if you're joining us to do some sprints, what it is that you're going to be working on today. And yeah, we'll go from there. Also, if you are here watching the replay, feel free to also check in and, let us know what you're going to be working on in the future. So, all right, this is interesting doing the stream on two devices at once. So bear with me, trying to make the all work for me and work with me. No one's let me know if the audio or the video are fine. So please let me know because if I need to, fix anything or, change the mic or whatever, I will do it. Otherwise, then we are going to probably prepare to get started with our first sprint. I don't think I'll be here for super long today, but I've said this before and then we're here for 2 hours. So we'll see. Um, but before we get started, things we need to talk about. What are we going to be doing? We're going to be splitting our time in Pomodoro sprints. Pomodoro sprints are a technique used to focus and to be intentional with our time. And the way we'll use it is 25 minutes of productivity time, of focus, and then we'll take a 5-minute break and maybe we'll do that again. And what do you do during the 25-minute sprint is completely up to you. I'm going to be writing my novel. I'm editing chapter, let me see what chapter it is. I think it's 16. Um, it's either 15 or 16. I don't really know. I'm opening it up right now. So this is the time for you to grab anything that you may need. I have this much coffee left. I really wish I had more, but this is what we have. I have my headphones just in case I want to play some music. Timer is also here. Notebook, pen, and of course computer because I need that. What are you doing today? What do you need? Resetting your wardrobe. Yay. Sounds like the perfect thing to do in this space. So I'm so glad, Linde. So, anyways, welcome. Whether you're here um, live or you're here in the future, it's good to see you. We're going to get started. How are y'all feeling? We can start straight away with a 25-minute sprint. Or if you kind of just find yourself here and you're like, okay, I need a moment to gather my thoughts, figure out what I'm going to do, then we could start with a 10-minute warm-up sprint. I really don't mind either way. I'm happy to do whatever works for us all. So just let me know. All right. The timer is here. I'm just gathering my stuff before we get started while I wait for you all to let me know what you'd like. So either 25 minutes or either is fine with me. So patiently waiting for you all to let me know. All right. Otherwise, I can also make a decision, and I think I'll just go with 25. I'm gonna make the assumption that if 25, all right, cool. Cool. All right. I'm going to set the timer to 25 minutes then. What can you do during these 25 minutes? Anything you want. You could write, you could study, you could change your wardrobe, you could clean your home, cook, anything. The point is to be as intentional as you possibly can. That's it. If you get distracted, that's all right. Return to the task as soon as you can and be kind to yourself. That's it. Okay? All right, timer is on. I'm gonna try to place it somewhere where it can be seen, but I will also put in the chat the time that we're going to be coming back. So, like, if the connection wasn't working, if you stepped away, whatever, you will know when we'll be back. Also, I do keep my microphone unmuted. If there's a lot of noise or anything, please let me know in the chat and I will mute myself. But otherwise, I'll leave it unmuted so it gives you a little bit of like typing and writing ASMR. If that's not your vibe, lower down the volume, play some music, whatever you need. Just do whatever works for you. There's a space for you to be productive, to be creative, to focus. So make it work for you. All right, timer is set. Let's take a moment to settle in. So make a tall spine, relax your shoulders, lengthen, take a deep breath in, let it go. Happy productivity. See you all in 25 minutes. Good luck. All right, my friends, that is the end of our first 25-minute sprint. So I'm going to set the timer to our break. Wants to. What's up with you? There we go. All right, cool. 5-minute break is on. So let me know how you did, how you're feeling, how this sprint went for you. I deleted a lot of words. I deleted the entire beginning of a chapter. It had to be done. It needed to be done. So I did it. How about you? How are you feeling? Let me make sure I mark where I am. There we go. So it's actually chapter 15. I'm on chapter 15. Look at me go. How about you? How was your sprint? I know some of you are like organizing your wardrobe. Some of you maybe were also writing. So what was it for you? Also during this time, consider that you can step away, take care of yourself, use the washroom, feed yourself, get some water, coffee. You know what I'm saying? Truthfully, you didn't get anything done. You need to find a new template. So let me ask you, does that mean that you were looking for a template at that time? Or maybe even conceptualizing what that is? Or were you literally, which is also fine, but were you just like sitting like this for the 25 minutes? Because you must have done something. It might have not been what you thought you would do with your time or not what you wanted to do with your time. I don't know. Just an idea, just a suggestion. A thought. But yeah, I mean, if I think of it, literally, I deleted half of a chapter, which was like 500 words, and I got through. Let me see how many actual words I got through in this chapter. 170. So, if I want to be an asshole to myself, I can say I got nothing done, but that's absolutely untrue. I had my attention on the project most of the time. I did get distracted a couple of times because guess what? I'm human and that's okay. And also, I was here, I was present. I didn't get distracted by social media or by things that actually do not benefit my life. I was working on my project. So that's how I feel. Let me know if that you like the reframe. Yay! I'm so glad. Yeah, redesigning the article. So that's the thing. Like, if you are actually still working on the project, like sometimes I say that I don't know, looking up words. I have to look up words all the time, and then sometimes I'm like, "Oh, okay, maybe that's not the right word," and then I go to a different dictionary, and then you know what I'm saying? Or there are things of research that I have to do. Yes, I did not add words to the document, but I continue to expand the story that I'm telling and to work on it. So again, always tricking myself to think that I'm doing well because my brain does well enough at trying to make me feel like shit all the time, and I'm not playing that game. Yeah, being hard on ourselves, I feel like it's like it's supposed to be a good thing, like overworking. I don't know. I don't know if it's okay for me to say out loud that I'm not hard on myself, that I'm as gentle and as kind as possible. There are times where it's so difficult and I also say things to myself, but like honestly, I realize much quicker because I'm not used to talking to myself like that. So, I think things like, "Oh, Laya, you're not doing enough," like, "Oh, you're stupid," or I'm like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa. Don't know where that's coming from, but that ain't how I talk to myself." Like, nope, nope, kind, sweet, beautiful words, positive reinforcement. Yay, yay, yay. Maybe it's a little bit too much, but sometimes you gotta depend on the other direction, to find balance eventually. Yeah, Jackie, anytime, anytime. So yeah, if you do want to book a call with me, there's a way to do that. So let me know. All right, we do have a few seconds left. We have 37 seconds left before our sprint. Um, Brandon says, getting up and preparing for the day, about to put on a pot of tea. Yay for tea. Yay for tea. Also, if you are wondering why the chat is different where you are, is because I am streaming into platforms right now. I'm trying to be super cool. So I'm both on YouTube and on Substack now because, you know, again, trying new things. I think that the Pomodoro sprints are a great way for folks to be present and start to really focus in their life. And the more I spread it, the better, So thank you for being here. All right, friends, that was the end of our 5-minute break. Would you like to do another 25-minute sprint? Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. I will definitely do one more, and then it's lunchtime because otherwise it's gonna get super late. But yeah, if you want to do one more, we'll do one more. Also, if you are watching the replay, um, let me know how the sprint went, how you're feeling, if you connect to any of the things that we're chatting about here. And yeah, but you can let me know if you want 25 more because you're in the future. And this is, but if you are here live, this is your moment to let me know if you want to do another 25 or do you all feel like calling it a day? We're gonna do another 25. Let's do it. Boop. I'm gonna set the timer. In the meantime, as always, make sure that you gather everything that you may need, whether that is making sure that your computer is plugged in, that you have your notebooks, that you have your cozy drink, whatever it needs to be, just make sure that you are as set as possible. If you're not using your phone for the screen, um, consider if it's a distraction for you, what can you do? Maybe you put it on airplane mode, maybe you put it in a different room. Whatever you need to do, let's just try to focus for the next 25 minutes on whatever you choose to focus on. Yeah? All right. Cool, cool. I'm gonna set the timer to 25 minutes. Close spine, my friends. Relax your shoulders. Take a deep breath in. Let it go. Happy productivity. See you all in 25 minutes. All right, my friends, that marks the end of our sprint. So bring yourself to a pausing or stopping point. Mark where you are, save your work, whatever you need to do. Y'all, this scene is very challenging. Very challenging. So I'm moving slowly, moving very, very slowly. And at the same time, I am moving forward with it. So yay, yay, yay. And also, you know, hello, Kat. Good to see you. Just woke up. Well, I will most likely repost this sprint on, I will put the replay up because this was our last sprint today. I have some tape, like some videos that I have to make, as well as feeding myself. So I kind of just jumped on here today, just kind of last minute because I felt like it. So, how was it for you? If you were able to join us for the sprints, let me know how this one was for you. Again, I'm working on chapter 15 of my novel, and it is, I mean, as a scene, is a difficult scene. And so, it is expected to be difficult to write it. I'm kind of struggling with the dialogues a little bit because I'm not happy with how they're flowing, and like this is not how people talk. So I'm kind of working on that, and that is why I'm moving super slowly. And also, like, removed the beginning of the chapter. I recently heard a writer say how you want to be the last one to enter a scene and the first one to leave. And so there was a lot in there that was definitely not being the last one to arrive. It was a lot of just kind of extra info. Ready to dive into your middle grade what? I want to know more. Middle grade what? Um, but yeah, that felt really good. I really wish I was moving a little bit faster, but I'll move as fast as I need to. Then I know that tomorrow and the next day there'll be a couple of scenes. I'm like, oh, these are good. I can just like do a quick edit. Able to redesign 3 articles. So you got a lot done. Yay! 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 Yay. Mm, 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 That's how I feel. All right. So you want to finish with a little bit of stretching. I think it's a great way to, whether you're just taking a break now and continuing with sprints, or if you are gonna be done, it's a great way to kind of create a demarcation and also to just mobilize your body and your energy. I'm sitting here in a very tiny space and I have jeans on, so I'm not dressed for yoga. So if you're like, no, but I don't know, don't worry. It's just a little bit of stretching right here where you are. You can do as little or as much of it as feels good to you and as you have space for. And again, the intention is just to mobilize the body a little bit after being focused and sitting for for an hour now. Yeah. So, all right. Hammering Hector's playbook middle grade novel, 60,000 words, cutting it down to 40,000 from to 40,000 to 50,000. Yeah, I was talking to a friend about book length yesterday. The manuscript, the one prior to this one, it had 101,000 or so, uh, which I don't know what it'll end up this time. But the thing is that like I had to, like I'm working on right now. It's gotten a lot smaller because I've removed, so like I have merged some chapters and reduce the front load of the book because I need more in the back end of the book. So we'll see where it gets to. But that sounds fun. Like editing is fun. I enjoy all of the parts of the writing process. So okay, so whether you're joining us now or you've been here the entire time, we're going to do a little bit of stretching. So wherever you are, if you are seated on a chair that has wheels, make sure that you either lock them or place your foot on the ground so you can be nice and stable. Yeah. And then go ahead and roll your shoulders down and away from the ears and lengthen your neck. Take a deep breath in and side out. Round through the sitting bones, lengthen through the crown of the head. Inhale. Exhale, bring the right ear to the right shoulder. Back through center as you breathe in. Breathe out, left ear to the left shoulder. Inhale back through center. Exhale, lower your chin down to the chest, open through the back of the neck. Inhale, lift your chin up, look up, open to the throat. Exhale, lower your chin back down to the chest. One more, just like that. Inhale, lift your chin up. Exhale, lower your chin down. Let yourself stay here. Take a moment to take your chin from side to side, tracing your collarbones from shoulder to shoulder. Letting your breath guide the way that you move. Letting yourself be gentle. Breathe in, breathe out. Pulse the movement of the neck, leaving the chin right in the center of the chest. And bring your hands behind your head. Maybe you interlace them. Inhale, lift your elbows up, lift your chest, look up. Exhale, take your elbows toward one another as you round your back and bending your elbows. Exhale to round. One more. Breathe in and breathe out. Come back through center. Keep your hands behind your head for a moment. Breathe in. And as you breathe out, release the hands as you start to twist to the right. You could use your desk or even your chair to create a little bit of leverage or stability on your twist. You could also cross your right leg over the left if you want to, but not necessary. Breathing in, breathing out. Let yourself relax into the twist. Feel the spiral of energy. Inhale and exhale. If your right leg is crossed over the left, leave it there. Open your arms wide to the sides. Breathe in. Breathe out, left arm over right. Bend at the elbows, hands toward opposite shoulders and stay. Or bring your arms toward equal palms or backs of the hands toward one another. You can stay here squeezing everything to the midline, or maybe you take a couple of circles with your elbows one way and then the other. Breathe in, breathe out. Release your arms, open them wide. Inhale. And on your exhalation, if you crossed your right leg over the left, uncross it. Find length through the spine. Deep breath in. Exhale. This time, twist over the other side, to the left, perhaps. Utilizing your chair, your desk for leverage. Notice how this feels. Feel free to cross if you wanted to. Your left leg open. Right? You create a different sensation for the twist. One breath here. And then on your inhalation, come back to center, open your arms wide. Exhale, this time right arm over left, bend the elbows, hands toward opposite shoulders. You can stay here and do the circles from here, or you can put the backs of the hands or the palms of the hands to touch. And maybe you stay again, you find a little bit of movement, breathing out, breathing in, and release the arms, uncross the knees. Take a moment here to move your wrists in circles, maybe your ankles as well. You could keep your hands open or make fists. Breathing in, and then breathe out to switch direction. One more breath here. Inhale. And on your exhalation, release the hands, slow down movement. Find yourself comfortably seated as you lower your gaze down or close your eyes. Maybe one hand rests on your heart and the other hand on your belly. Give yourself a moment to observe how you feel after today's focus session. Notice how you feel in your body, what's going on in your mind, and how you feel energetically as information so that you can move into the rest of your day with more knowledge of what you need, your capacity, your energy. And exhale completely. And just for a moment, repeat within or out loud. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You can release your hands, blink your eyes open. All right. How did that feel? For me, that was a great way to complete today's writing sessions, my morning sessions. I've also been including one Pomodoro sprint every morning into my um, morning routine. So now I do morning pages, yoga practice, morning sprint, and then I move into the rest. And the thing that I'm really working on, and let me know if anybody else is feeling this way and what you're doing about it. I'm also making sure I do not touch my phone for that time. I just have to. I feel like I've been too much on social media for like absolutely no reason, and so I make different choices. You know what I mean? That felt great. I'm so glad, Jackie. Your neck doesn't hurt. Yay, cat. Mm. Yeah, my neck's actually doing pretty well today. I have a cork ball, and I've been like using it to massage my neck, like lying on the ground or on the bed or whatever. And it's been very helpful because I spent so many hours doing this, and also like stress for me accumulates in the shoulders. Holler if you resonate. So I've been having to do things, and also one of the things is reduce my phone usage. I mean, there's not much good about this, like it's like I'm consuming content that's rotting my brain, and on top of it, I'm getting in like really crappy positions for my body. Create more than I consume. That's it. Need to or want to, Jackie? Because for me, there's such a big difference between needing and wanting. Um, like I can need and want, but like one has to come first for me. Yeah, so want to create more and consume less. Yeah, that's kind of it. I'm so glad you're getting so much writing done, Kat. The ring recording is your favorite? Yay! I know I've said I'm gonna make some new ones, and yo, I've been so focused on novel writing, which again, it's really what I have to do. Like my book is coming out this year; it's got to be done, and I have a deadline. And also, I've struggled to do some of the other things because I'm tired. I'm tired. Writing is, what can I say? Preaching to the choir, You all know that writing is tiring. Writing is tiring. That's a t-shirt right there. But yeah, so that's Kat's mention of the recordings. I think I'm gonna put them on a lot of them on YouTube and Insight Timer as well. The thing is that I mean, not on Insight are on Substack as well, so that y'all can use them. But they're just recordings with Pomodoro sprints with different background sounds and things like that. So they're pretty cool. So yeah, so if you're wanting to continue doing sprints, that would be a great way to do it. Let me, you know what? I'll share my, how do I do that? I'll share my Insight Timer profile with you all. It is a free app. So if you want just audio meditations, that's where I have most of them. And yeah, I have an entire playlist of just, what do you call them? Pomodoro sprints. Just Pomodoro sprints. Okay, let's see if I can find the link for you all. Ba-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba. That's me right there. Copy link. All right. Just take me a second. Thank you all for your patience. There we go. There's one link. And on the, I will also make sure I share this link, of course, on the recording. Yeah. So it'll be on the notes in the recordings. But yeah, I like to use these recordings as well. They're really helpful. And yeah, so they're a great way to continue to do Pomodoro sprints when we're not here live on Substack or Instagram or YouTube. Because if you don't know, if you are on Substack right now, I'm also streaming this live on YouTube. That's probably why you're seeing me look into different places. I figured I would just give it a try. I've done YouTube lives before, but it had been a moment. And so if you are seeing this on YouTube, hello, hello. If you're seeing this on Substack, hello, hello. But just know that I'm on different platforms. So, hopefully this helps. All right. If you don't have any questions, comments, suggestions, or complaints, I think I'm going to log off. I am a hungry writer and I'm going to make myself something to eat. Um, I hope that this was a beneficial space for you. Again, the replay will be posted. So if you are doing this in the future, holla, let me know how this session went for you. And also consider joining me in future sessions. I would like to say that usually Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, but this week I've just been kind of trying a little bit of everything. It's been really fun. So just keep an eye out. I'm definitely doing Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, but I'm also doing some Tuesdays and Thursdays. So I'd love to see you in one of the future sessions, whether you just to engage in the chat or kind of do your own thing in the background. You are loved. You are welcome here. So thank you. And I think that's it from me. I don't have much else. How do you find me on YouTube? That's a good point. Let me share my YouTube channel. Thank you for asking that, Kat. How do I do it? And of course, know that in all these things, there is the possibility for you to subscribe. Subscriptions are really like a symbolic way for you to show your support. So if you like the work that I do, always consider upgrading your subscriptions because that really helps me continue to do what I'm doing. Okay, I'm gonna send you the link to my YouTube channel. Here it is. I don't know why it's such a long link, but that's it. But yeah, otherwise, if you put Laia Bove on YouTube, Kat, you should you should find me. There's another Laia Bove, but I think she's like a lawyer or something. Well, that ain't. But yes, that's the way to find me. Thank you for asking that. Okay, friends, does this feel complete? It feels complete for me. Oh, Brandon, thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you all for showing up. Thank you all for choosing your creativity, for choosing to create more than we consume. It is up to us to shift not only what's going on around us, but truly what's going on within us and to choose how we want to live our lives. So thank you for continuing to show up as you are. You all are an inspiration to me. So thank you. And yeah, hope to see you all again soon. Until then, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and be well. Bye, everybody.